All right, guys, Comic Book Spec is back, and I'm Steve from Burke Family 54 Comics, and we're going to be talking about 3 books that are causing people to spec on them and increasing in terms of books sold. We got 3 books here, like I said. The first book up I want to talk about is Department of Truth #1. This book has definitely increased. A lot of the reason is because of a certain influencer talking about this book on a video. We know who it is. In terms of sales, December 1st through the 31st, there was 115 total sales for a raw copy of Department of Truth #1, regardless of variant, printing, CGC, it does not matter. There was 115 sold copies. So far here in January 2024, the 1st through the 20th, there was 169 total copies sold. It is on pace for 254 sold copies here in January, which would be an increase of 121% compared to the last month. The highest sold listing for this book was a $524.93 sale for a Momoko trade dress copy in a CGC 9.8 blue label. A higher sale was in November for a 9.8 foil cover signed by the artist and James Tynion IV. Speaking of JT4, the next book up is also by him. I believe the next book on the list is because a lot of people saw that Department of Truth was going up in terms of sold listings, and they decided, let's go ahead and jump on this book as well, since it's by the same writer. We have Nice House on the Lake #1. In December, this book had 67 sold listings on eBay. So far this month, January 1st through the 20th, again, we're not through the whole month yet, there has been 55 sold listings. It is on pace for 83 this month, which will be an increase of 24%. The highest sold listing so far was for a 3rd print signed by the artist and JT4, and that sold for $249.99. Let's move on to the 3rd book on the list that I believe a lot of people are speculating on. I think it's mostly because a movie is coming out this year, and it is Venom #9, the first appearance of Dylan Brock, who later becomes Venom. And there's a Venom 3 movie coming out, like I said, later this year. There's not been a ton of information on the movie, but I think a lot of people are speculating on this book, as you can see here. December 1st through the 31st, there were 17 sales so far this month. The 1st through the 20th, there's also been 17 sales. It is on pace for 26 for the month, which will be an increase of 53% compared to December. The highest sold listing so far was for a Venom 9 purple animation cover in a blue CGC 9.8 label. That book sold for $242.90, though there was a higher sale in November for $299.99 for the same book. So these, again, are 3 books that are going up in terms of sold listings for this month compared to the last month. Do you guys have any of these books? Are you specking on any of these books? What do you guys think? People are buying these books, all of that and more. Again, I'm Steve from Burke Family 54 Comics. Thanks, everyone, for watching. And as always, go Cats!
Cowabunga! It's morphin' time!
Today's video is brought to you by comicbook_pressing on Instagram. Protect your comic book investment for as little as $12 by using Eric from comicbook_pressing on Instagram. He can press any grade or tier of book, and make sure you use my promo code BURKE54 to get free shipping back to you on your first order. Again, today's video is brought to you by comicbook_pressing on Instagram.